Hello, I'm Joe Sawyer, the Superintendent of the Shrewsbury Public Schools. I'm recording this message on Friday, April 10th, 2020, thanks to the assistance of Mark Serra, who's the Executive Director of the Shrewsbury Media Connection. I hope that you and your families are well. Unfortunately, the coronavirus pandemic has not spared our community. I know that we have had families as well as family members of our staff who have become ill and some who have died. And on behalf of everyone in our school district, I want to send our condolences and say that we're deeply sorry for all the families who are being affected by this terrible disease. I please do ask all of our students and our families to continue to practice social distancing. That is the way that we can prevent the spread, especially to those who are most vulnerable. And we hope that we're able to flatten the curve and be able to work through this pandemic with the minimum amount of devastation possible. Thankfully, most of us are healthy. It's still a very challenging time, of course. Our routines have been disrupted. There are lots of changes we've all had to undergo into our way of life. Some of those are things we don't think about a whole lot. Those of you know that I have kept a short haircut pretty much my whole life, and it's getting a little bit longer than I'm comfortable with. I miss seeing my barber, Nick Peroni, on a regular basis. But we'll have to adapt to getting some home haircuts pretty soon. I certainly hope that you're enjoying the family time you've been able to spend and that you've been able to find some silver linings in this difficult time. I hope that all of our Jewish families are celebrating a happy Passover, and we wish a happy Easter to all our families who will be celebrating that this coming Sunday. This is, however, a very stressful time for so many. Many people are out of work and facing economic hardships. Many are working from home in new ways that are creating strain. It's more intense than ever. We recognize the challenges that families and parents face, as well as the challenges that our educators and their families face. As we've been going through this time, we have been continuing to adapt and evolve our remote learning plan. We shifted this past week to having actual live interactions with our educators in addition to assignments that students were getting feedback on. It's been a strong start, and we know it's going to get better over time. I want to thank the educators who have been innovating to find ways to provide appropriate learning experiences for our students. And I want to thank the families and parents who are supporting that. We know that it's difficult, particularly with our younger students. If you have questions or need support, whether that's with technology, we've been working to get technology devices into the hands of our families who need them, or whether it is that you have questions, please send an email to info@shrewsbury.k12.ma.us or call 508-841-8400, and we will make sure that we route your question to the right people and do everything we can to get you assistance. Over the past several days, or earlier this week, we started to get lots of questions about the April school vacation period, which is coming up, originally scheduled for beginning Monday, April 20th, which is, of course, a state holiday, Patriots' Day. Unfortunately, not Marathon Monday this year, as that's been pushed out to September. And then continuing for the rest of that week. Traditionally, the third week in April has been a school vacation week. Families and educators were asking the question about, under the circumstances, whether it made sense to continue with our April vacation as planned. In order to understand what the preferences were of our major stakeholder groups, we did send an online survey to our families as well as to our educators and staff. And we were absolutely very pleased with the amount of feedback we received. Actually, 2,304 families and 740 staff members gave us feedback. There was a very, very strong consensus to convert at least some of the days during the April vacation period to remote learning days. And on this past Wednesday evening, the school committee did vote to change the calendar so that Tuesday, April 21st through Thursday, April 23rd would become remote learning days, with Monday, of course, being the state holiday and Friday remaining a vacation day. My recommendation to the school committee was to only convert 3 of those 4 days to remote learning days, mainly because we wanted to try to preserve another day in June in case we are back to school then, and hopefully we are. Also to end the school year on a Tuesday rather than a Monday, which can often be problematic when the calendar falls that way. And also to create a bit of breathing room for our families and staff who, through the survey, did indicate that some people are in situations where they really would appreciate some time during that vacation week in order to attend to their family needs and personal needs. So the 3 days that would have been the 3 middle days of April vacation will now be remote learning days where faculty and staff will be interacting with students and students will be engaged with their schoolwork, with Monday being the holiday and Friday, April 24th, being a vacation day. And again, I thank so many of you for the feedback that you provided, both and especially your comments. So that is where we stand at this point with our school district's approach to remote learning. I do want to thank you again for your continued support. We will get through this together as a community if we exercise empathy and compassion and grace with one another. I am very confident that when we do get to the other side of this pandemic, we'll be a stronger community than ever. I was reminded recently when the musician Bill Withers passed away, and of course his classic song, Lean on Me. It's more important than ever for us to lean on each other and to help each other carry on during this challenging time. So thank you for your support. I'll be back in touch soon, and I wish, again, all of our families celebrating a happy Passover and a happy Easter. Thank you.